Sleeping in class is never viewed as an acceptable conduct. People are shocked at this teacher's reaction to a student sleeping in his class. A teacher has recently taken over the internet. He noticed a female student sleeping in his class, and his response has made quite a few people turn their heads. No one's ever said that teaching is an easy job, but how are they supposed to handle a student that's so disrespectful that they fall asleep in their class? This teacher's response was so unbelievable that people were dumbfounded when they heard, and you won't believe why.
Hello, wonderful people. I'm Scott Leffler for WonderBot. And here is
Teacher's way of dealing with his sleeping student goes viral.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Monty Siri is a pretty typical English teacher. Well, that's what everyone believed until he responded to a sleeping student in his class. His reaction caused many people to turn their heads, and some of them didn't accept his behavior. Luckily, most teachers have supported his decision. Many American teachers are probably fed up with disrespectful students, but the reaction Monty had to Meg was incredible. Many people thought Meg was just a disrespectful teenager, but she was having a rough time. Her life at home wasn't as perfect as people thought. The teenager was carrying a lot on her shoulders and nobody seemed to notice. She didn't want to appear to be disrespectful towards her teacher, and now it seemed like she didn't care about his class. But that wasn't the reality of it. Meg was dealing with such a huge secret that she couldn't handle it any longer. Often, teachers have to deal with difficult kids, but a lot of students struggle with challenging schedules. People seem to be concerned about the life Meg was living. She had given her commitment to quite a few things, but she always claimed that she was all right. That was until everyone learned about Meg's life outside of school. The girl had a huge secret she was carrying with her, but no one ever expected it. Until the day she fell asleep in Monty's class. Meg was not only an extremely good student, but she was also on the track team. In order to stay on the team, Meg had to keep her grades up. She tried her hardest, but it wasn't always easy. One morning, Meg had a particularly rough time. She was training for the 4x400 race, and this session left her without enough energy. Nobody ever expected her to fall asleep in class, and when she did, Monty's reaction was incredible. Meg may have been exhausted from the training, but she pushed through her classes. She went to first period and had no problems, but she was struggling. Her body was giving way to the lack of energy, but no one could tell. Meg hid her exhaustion extremely well. Meg was not only tired, but her lifestyle was beginning to take a toll on her as well. Nobody could have guessed how Meg was being affected up until now. Meg was handling school and being on the track team, but life at home wasn't easy either. Meg lived on a farm, so that meant early mornings and late nights. She was responsible for taking care of the horses, and they had a lot of them. Every morning and every evening, Meg had to feed them all. So Meg was lacking sleep at home as well. And that was why Meg had made that horrible mistake. It wasn't the best situation, but Meg dealt with it. She was getting pretty good grades and did her chores and her training. Eventually, even the strongest people will fall a little. One day, Meg became overwhelmed by all the things she needed to do that the incredible amount of demand on her life caused her to miss an important deadline. Her school career could not recover from it, and she couldn't do anything about it. Meg had gotten by for a while, but she was beginning to fall apart, and Monty could tell. That's when he knew he needed to do something about it. But his reaction was absolutely unbelievable. When she walked into his classroom, he could tell that she was exhausted. Monty knew that it was a pretty big day for his students. They had to write and turn in a term paper to be graded. That was when Meg cracked. Everyone knew Meg's secret. She just wasn't capable of coping with the high demands on her life. But Monty's reaction shook the world of teachers. During an important lesson, Meg had fallen asleep. She absolutely needed to turn in that essay, but Monty let her sleep through it all. She would obviously fail the assignment, but that's not what happened. Nobody could believe his reaction to Meg falling asleep in his class and missing the deadline. Monty chose to bring Meg's little sleep session to the front line of social media, but people were left speechless by his tweets. Monty decided to explain Meg's situation. He also explained that she was like any human being, someone who had a hectic schedule and it was catching up with her. That's why when he saw her fall asleep, he just left her alone. He didn't want to be vindictive and fail her. He wanted to help her feel better. but Meg was still left without a major grade for her term paper. Monty may have let her catch up on sleep, but Meg still didn't have a term paper to turn in, but she wasn't going to allow herself to fail. After her chores, Meg sat down and wrote the paper. At 9 p.m. that night, Meg turned her paper in electronically. Because Monty was so understanding, he allowed her to turn it in. What an amazing teacher. When he shared his response to Meg's exhaustion on Twitter, people went crazy. The responses were overwhelming on Monty's Twitter thread. He was praised by parents and teachers for his understanding of the situation. It wasn't long before his story was going viral. People were sharing how this teacher changed Meg's life for the better. Monty was an inspiration. But that was only the beginning. Monty had a passion for teaching, which is why he's the proud founder of the humbling Project 180. Project 180 is a passion project for Monty's series. Dedicated to changing the education system, Monty began a blog. He wants to completely shake up the teaching system, and that's exactly what he's doing. And his students? Well, they obviously adore the dedicated teacher. Every student is sad to leave his class. But what happened to Meg? Did she pull through? Meg was inspired by Monty's undeniable compassion. She's doing an incredible job in her academic life, her home life, and her track life. Being able to balance a hectic schedule is never easy, but thanks to Monty, Meg is determined to get it done. This just proves that one person can truly change another's life. Education is shaped by the teachers, and Monty is definitely changing things up a bit.